welcome to the show. Yes, it's Friday night, and like a fox returning to its favorite dustbin, I'm back. And we've got a great show for you later with the music right over there from the mighty Rag and Bone Man. Good evening. And a Hollywood great will be dropping by later. The Oscar-winning star of A Fish Called Wanda, Kevin Kline, is going to be here. Yeah. But first, on my sofa tonight, this comedian and writer first won our hearts in her award-winning sitcom Miranda, before acting her way to a BAFTA nomination in Call the Midwife, making her Hollywood debut in Spy, and most recently starring as Miss Bates in Emma. Her latest book, I Haven't Been Entirely Honest With You, describes a challenging decade of illness, recovery, and love, sweet love. It is a warm welcome back to Miranda Hart! Time Lord in Doctor Who, this actor shot to fame in the hit Netflix series Sex Education, going on to star as one of the Kens in Barbie. Along the way, he sung and danced at the Oscars and even graced the cover of Time magazine. Now he's making his national theatre debut in Oscar Wilde's classic The Importance of Being Earnest. Please welcome Ncuti Gatwa! First, as a child star, she rose through the ranks to become one of Disney's biggest names in The Wizards of Waverly Place, before a stellar career as a Grammy-nominated pop star. Last month, she received her first Primetime Emmy nomination for the brilliant Only Murders in the Building. It's Selena Gomez! Yay! Hello! They're excited. They're very excited. Yeah! Blockbusters like Pirates of the Caribbean and Star Trek, while her roles in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and the global hit franchise Avatar have made her the first actor to star in 4 movies, earning over $2 billion each at the box office. Please welcome Zoe Saldana! I know! It's from you! What a lovely, glamorous couch. I've got to admit, Miranda Hart, we're so pleased you're back in the world of television.
That's right. Really very lovely, thank you. Thank you for clapping, even though you probably don't know who I am.
Does it feel like you've never been away, walking into the studio and stuff?
Yeah, it really does, actually. And I haven't been into this television centre since 10 years ago, where I finished the sitcom. So, yeah, I was like, oh, I'm back in the telly, not just watching. It's work experience.
It's magic. And, Zoe, you haven't been here before. It is nice to see you neither blue nor green. Because mostly you are. Which is worse, the blue or the green?
The green, for sure. That's 3 hours of makeup every day, and you wake up at 3:30 in the morning sometimes. For Avatar, it was just dots on my face, because they would then render a performance post.
Yeah. Did you not suggest that to the people at Guardians of the Galaxy?
I did, but Marvel's cheap. They're not.
Because, my statistics suggest they should be able to afford something. And Selena, congratulations to you. I mentioned your Emmy nomination for Only Murders in the Building. And what was it like kind of being thrust into such an old friendship, Steve Martin and Martin Short?
At first, I was very nervous until I realized they're about as mature as an 18-year-old boy. And they've become true friends to me, and it's a pleasure to work with.
And I hear you keep them up to date with new music.
Yes, I do. I think it's important they know what WAP stands for, in case something comes up of it. Demure was a thing, and they didn't know what it was, so I had to fill them in. Yeah, they teach me things, like what it was like in the 50s and stuff.
Yeah, really useful stuff like that, yeah.
No, I love that.
And very demure, very mindful, Ncuti Gatwa's here. Have you come straight from rehearsals at the National Theatre?
I have. Straight to you, Grim.
And where are you in rehearsals? Are you still at a table, or are you walking around it?
No, Stella.
I know things.
Yeah, you know. Still at a table dissecting the script.
That's so easy and lazy, isn't it?
It's a nice day 4, so we're all still...
You don't need to know anything. You've got the book. It's yeah. Piece of piss. No wonder you're here. Yeah. Drink up, Judy. Yeah. You'll have a hangover tomorrow. It doesn't matter. And Miranda, not just back on television, back on bookshelves. Your book is out in the world.
I'm not on the bookshelf.
No, not you.
I might do that now. I might go to a bookshop and just sit upon.
Like an elf on a shelf.
Desperate for a bit of attention. I've been around for a while. Sorry, carry on.
No, but tough competition on the bookshelves.
Yes, well, Boris Johnson's book comes out.
Anyone bought it?
No, but here's my thinking. My book's called I Haven't Been Entirely Honest With You. His book's called Unleashed. We need to swap. I'm unleashed back into society, much to your joy and pleasure.
Yes. Yes. Well, hopefully everyone buys your book. We'll tell them all about it later in the show. All right, our big movie this week. Zoe Saldana and Selena Gomez bring us Amelia Perez. It is out in select cinemas from the 25th of October. And then it's on Netflix from the 13th of November. Before we chat, here's a taste of what to expect. I've been lucky enough to see it. It is, congratulations, it is fantastic. It's kind of a musical drama, but it's hard to describe or define. So over to you. They're both here. Who's doing the heavy lifting?
I'm going to give this one to Zoe.
To you.
So who do you play? What do we need to know about Amelia Perez?
All I can say is, about the movie. It is provocative. It is audacious. It is brave. It's just like a breath of fresh air. It's campy. It's sexy. At the helm, we have this amazing actress, Carla Sofia Gaston, who, knocked it out of the ballpark with her performance. She not only played one person, she played two different characters, and she did such a superb job. And all we did was try to keep up. That's what we always say. And the recognition that we received in Cannes, at the Cannes Film Festival as an ensemble was a dream come true.
So, Carla plays Amelia Perez. It's interesting because this story, it's kind of seen through the lawyer's eyes in a way, and you don't normally see it through the lawyer's eyes.
Yes, I play a lawyer that feels very overworked and disgruntled and underappreciated and looking for a way out, to sort of feel visible. And I meet this individual who makes a Faustian proposition for me, and I go for it. Yeah. And then the ride is just, it doesn't stop ever.
And Selena, we're allowed to say you play the wife.
Yes.
Oh, good. As I said it, I kind of... There's a bullet on my head. There's a marksman thing
I
for it.
play Amelia's wife.
Yeah. And it is a full musical. I mean, it's
throw that in the mix.
Yeah, it's got, not just songs, but big choreographed pieces. And, Selena, obviously, you are a pop star, penis pop star. Was it kind of very comfortable going back into that world of singing and dancing?
No, because this was completely different. It was intricate dance moves that I never knew my body could do. And it was also me playing a character. So, if anything, I tried to avoid what I was comfortable with.
And Zoe, dance, I didn't realize that dance was your big thing. That was what we did before everything else.
Yeah, so I started out as single digits. I was 9, almost 10 when I started dancing.
Wow. I was the same, by the way. I knew we had something in common.
I love that.
I've got some music now.
did it for like 10 years, and right when I was,
This was ballet. This was
ballet, classical,
ballet.
and then interpretive dance, right? Those point shoes and the tutu. I can totally tell.
Those days. Back to you.
But you thought you were going to be a professional ballerina, I guess.
I wanted to, but you have to be honest with yourself. I didn't have feet. And that's a very big thing. You're I mean, I have nice feet. That's a problem. No, it's just
you want to keep them that way.
It's just I didn't have the natural sort of ballet feet that you continue to work and it just becomes like super arched and everything. And
bad luck.
I know you did.
And Ncuti, talking of dancing, I mentioned earlier you singing dancing at the actual Oscars. You up on stage as one of the hands. Now, were you able to enjoy that, or is it just too frightening?
Well, he looks like he's enjoying it. Look at him.
I was having the time of my life with all those men. Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I got this was mad. I'd spent a day, slaying aliens, putting them back in their box. Went to bed. My PR texts me at like 2 a.m. and she's like, so Ryan Gosling has requested all the Kens to come together for a special performance at the Oscars next week. So we're going to fly you out to... I was like, okay, wow, cool, I'm going to the Oscars. And I thought, it's just going to be me and the boys will come out, do a little two-step. Got there, got straight into rehearsals from like landing, get driven to the venue. And there was a lady there on a microphone and like many people as here, all dancers. She's like, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bust out into choreography. And they're like, shoot you off, you pop onto the stage. So I spent like the first 10 minutes trying to run around, do the dance. And so if you watch the performance, I actually get all my moves wrong. But I had a good time. Yeah. Fun doing it. That's what matters. That's what matters.
And has this story been exaggerated, or were you a proper go-go dancer?
I was. Dad, close your ears.
That's so hot. You're kidding me.
And a pair of leather hot pants in a shower cubicle in a club called Polo Lounge in Glasgow.
In Glasgow, yeah.
In Glasgow. Do you know it?
I thought you looked familiar.
And it's still going strong. It's still a staple of Glasgow.
I know, those go-go dancers, you've really motivated them now. They're like, yes, I can break out of this shower cubicle.
Yeah, so I paid my way through drums.
And Miranda, as you already mentioned, you are a dance fan. But now you have a kind of a hotline connection to Strictly this year.
Well, this year, because my lovely co-star from my sitcom, Sarah Hadland, is in it, and both of us are super fans of Strictly anyway. The Strictly is the Dancing with Stars equivalent.
Oh,
thank you for that. So this is my co-star on a sitcom that I did, and we're friends in real life anyway. So yeah, well, no, but that just sounds...
No, it's good to say that, because,
I am so excited because we watch Strictly together all the time. We had Strictly final parties, we're proper super fans, and I can't believe she's in the telly. I'm really excited.
And I like that you've been cheering her on. You've been posting videos giving her dance tips.
Yes, you'll soon...
So you are a dancer.
Oh yeah, wait till you see this.
You were joking.
Oh no, so she's totally serious. Serious.
Oh,
That's incredible.
Yeah. And wait till you see, Zoe. This is amazing.
It's all going really wrong.
Okay, I want to see this.
So, this is Miranda giving her tips on the passe doble.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, serious stuff, Zoe. Watch this.
This is just in case you need to need any information on choreography about passe, okay? So I think it's sort of like this. It's an 8 in me. It's an 8. Inherent. It's important to do this.
She'll never be allowed on Strictly because too good. Yeah, cheating. So, Perez. Amelia Perez, there's already so much buzz around this film in terms of winning. And as you mentioned, Cannes went incredibly well for you. And the four of you, now the fourth actress,
Adriana Paz.
yeah. Yeah. I wasn't going to say that, but you must be so proud of this movie.
Yes, it was such a surprise because, again, I mean, Carla leads this film with her whole being, and we just wanted to be there with her. But for all of us to get acknowledged felt really special.
Well, first of many, I'm sure. Good luck with award season. Just a reminder that you can see Amelia Perez at cinemas from the 25th of October and then on Netflix. Excellent. Very good. Gatwa is taken to the stage at London's National Theatre in The Importance of Being Earnest. It kicks off the 21st of November and it runs right through to the 25th of January 2025 at the Littleton. So this is the classic, very funny Oscar Wilde comedy. If people are being honest, they may not know much about it. So for those people who are too embarrassed to ask, tell them about The Importance of Being Earnest.
I don't know.
You looked at me then.
Can you help, Miranda, please?
You're very good on dancing.
Yeah, very good at dancing. What do you want?
It is a very, very silly, fun, camp, beautiful play about mistaken identity and cucumber sandwiches and a handbag.
That's like your bingo card.
I know. Reading off my PR sheet that I got from the National. Bunbury.
It really is a classic, though.
It's a
one of the
classic.
classic comedies that I'm so glad it's coming back.
Yeah.
Thank you, thanks.
And
It is true.
And I haven't seen it for years, but in the rehearsal room, I mean, presumably it is still very funny. You're getting all the laughs.
Yeah, we're not really traditional honouring production as Oscar would have wanted, but it's infused with, I guess, a modern lens on it.
And the great Sharon D. Clark.
Sharon D. Clark is playing Lady Bracknell. Sharon D. Clark is amazing. And what she's doing with that part is, it needs to be seen. So get your tickets and come and see it.
Very good, that's good. That's it.
Get your tickets. That's all
you needed to say. That's all you needed to say.
Angry as well.
And Ncuti, obviously people understand that you want to flex your muscles as an actor and do a classic comedy, Oscar Wilde, but presumably Doctor Who fans, the Whovians, will be making their way to the National. Are they going to like it? I mean, what's that experience like?
I hope so.
Yes, I'm sure it will. Yeah.
What experience like?
Well, the fact that when you come out of the stage door, having done your Oscar Wilde classic comedy, you'll be signing a lot of pictures of the TARDIS, presumably.
I imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine. Whovians are just the sweetest and the best fans ever.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of your first year where now it's, people have seen you, so you're enjoying it so far, it's all going well. And
all going well, yeah.
Yeah.
Just finished the second season earlier this year. We've got the Christmas episode coming out at Christmas.
Stop it.
Yeah. But no, it's been amazing.
And a rite of passage, you've been to your first Comic-Con. Was it San Diego one you went to?
San Diego Comic-Con.
Went to San Diego? What was it like? Yes, I've been there.
Oh, there he is on stage.
It's
New
great.
element.
Look at you.
I've never been. How was it?
Incredible. It's like nerd Olympics. But it's the whole town gets involved, and
But
I
do
go
you
to-
enjoy all that side of it, that sort of adoration and obsession?
I hate adoration.
No, but it's quite, it must be an intense level of fame and obsession with these shows. What's happening?
Yeah.
Am I going wrong?
No, Comic-Con is intense, but it's beautiful. It's very, it's for the fans. It's where all the fandoms come together and you get that connection with them. And yeah, I mean, it's I was going to the gym at 7 a.m. and you'd see Voldemort walking towards me. It's the whole town dresses up and really gets involved. It's a beautiful thing.
So you must have done it a few times. haven't you?
Yes, I have. And different parts of the states as well, yeah.
And of course, people forget that you are attached to a part of science fiction that is a kind of different level of fandom to the Star Trek universe.
Yes.
Now, is it your mother who loves Star Trek?
She used to watch Star Trek when she was a little girl with her grandparents in Spanish. It was dubbed in Spanish because she lived in the Caribbean. And it was called Viaje a las Estrellas. I remember listening to the reruns of it. And I remember when J.J. Abrams asked me to audition for the role of Uhura, I called up my mom and I'm like, Mommy, they want me for this movie. Remember that show you used to watch when you were little? That old show, Star Trek. She goes, Viaje a las Estrellas? I'm like, yeah, they want me to audition for Uhura. Oh, no, you have to audition for Uhura. Uhura's amazing, Zoe. It's so amazing. She was this kick-ass, really professional xenolinguistic major. I'm like, Mom, okay, stop. So I did. She compelled me to do like a whole bunch of research, and I watched the documentary Trekkies years before because I did a film for Steven Spielberg called The Terminal, and in it I played a character that was a Trekkie, and I had no idea. That was when I really had no idea what that was, and Steven Spielberg, taught me how to do the whole, the whole hand, the Vulcan thing. And so years later, when I did Uhura, my mother was so proud. I mean, she was always proud of me.
Yeah. And Doctor Who, the Christmas special is...
It's on at Christmas, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good. You're a fan.
Really on it.
Yeah. You can't tell us anything about it, presumably.
No, I can't.
No. It's on at Christmas. That's all we need to know. Yeah. And don't forget, you can also see Ncuti in The Importance of Being Earnest at the National Theatre from the 21st of this November. Excellent. Good news, everyone. Miranda Hart has written a new book. I haven't been entirely honest with you, is out now. And as we'd expect, it is a very funny book. There's lots of jokes and laughs in it. But it begins in a really kind of shocking way with a real kind of health crisis.
Yes. It's also quite difficult. It seems like we're all promoting things that we find quite difficult to explain what they are. So the book starts with me collapsed on my sitting room floor with fatigue, basically, and not really knowing what was going on. Because for years and years I've been passed from doctor to doctor with me saying, I'm so fatigued, I've got all this pain, I don't know what's going on, and no one could give me any answers, which sadly is a familiar story for many. And so I just didn't know what to do. I didn't have any answers. In fact, the last time I spoke to you, I think, was about a comic relief book I did called A Daily Dose of Such Fun, which was kind of 365 ideas to stress bust your year each day. And in the introduction of that, I said, it's because I have severe anxiety and agoraphobia, because that's what the doctors were saying I had. It didn't ring true to me at the time, and it wasn't true. So I finally got a diagnosis, only really relatively recently, of ME caused by Lyme disease. And so I finally my whole story was my life story really was rewritten of going, I knew there was something wrong.
And what was the difference? Did this doctor that actually got it, were they just listening to you better, or was there something they spotted?
It's constantly, I mean, anyone with these sort of chronic conditions will know that it's just constantly going on the journey to the next doctor, trying something else, different sort of blood tests, and this person sort of joined the dots with my symptomology and my history and discovered that I probably must have got the tick-borne illness that Lyme is when I was about 14 or 15 when I lived in Virginia in America and my father worked there. So I'd actually had it in my system for years, but it had never... So it was
that must be damaging for you to have it on
Yeah, because your immune system then gets completely disordered. Every virus you get then, it can't deal with. Your body just gets more depleted, more and more fatigued. And sadly, I'm not the only one with this story. So, but I have to say, the book isn't just my illness. It is really... August the 8th, terrible IBS. But it starts with that. But it's basically this story of me discovering, before I got any diagnosis and before I was being told it was just stress, there's so much wellness expertise out there, there's so much discourse, there's so much knowledge, but what can actually help me in this moment? Because I can't go on a yoga retreat, I can't do an ice bath, I can't do a hashtag self-care weekend in a Norwegian chalet, I'm on my floor, I'm in bed, what do I do? So I did loads and loads of research and studied to find 10 keys, I call them my 10 treasures, which meant that I found a way to live well and with joy and meaning despite my circumstances. So hopefully those treasures that I share speak to whatever anyone's going through, just life generally. It just happened to be. And I have to say, it's extraordinary that I'm on the show with Selena, because it makes me quite emotional. Because when I saw your documentary on Apple about your illness struggles, I was thinking, do I share? Is this something I should do? Because it feels quite vulnerable. Sharing is not something I've done before. And I watched your documentary and I just thought, Absolutely, yes, and that's what kept me writing. So the fact that I'm on the show with you, honestly, it's extraordinary. I'm so... Because on film as well, to witness somebody in the pain that I was in for different conditions, but we know what a chronic condition is like, and it's always rumbling there, and they, I know what it's like in a very different way. I wasn't in arenas as a pop star, but I was backstage at the BBC, trying to go on, not knowing whether to go on and how I was. So it's amazing, Selena's here, and I think she's incredible. But back to me.
Actually, I should just say, this journey, you're finding your treasures, and the physical pain, the mental pain, it all has a very, very happy ending.
It does. Yeah. Well, within it was extraordinary that I got the diagnosis during the pandemic, so it was a very lonely and difficult time. And I remember this moment where I said to myself, I just don't want to be alone anymore. I'd been single most of my adult life. And so I sort of put up this little prayer, and I thought, I don't want to be alone anymore. And I thought, literally, there's not 1% of hope. And I met someone during the pandemic, during chronic illness, and I got married in July. Yay! Yay! Oh, yay for me!
Another happy ending. And, I mean, because we didn't hear about it, was it a very small affair?
Very small. It would have been anyway, because I'm a small gathering, not a big party person. Small, it was about 35, 40 of us, and it was, in the spirit of being entirely honest with yourself, it was, for no reason at all, Hawaiian-themed. Literally, there were inflatable flamingos around a pool, we were in a garden. There was coconut bowling, which apparently is a thing. You bowl pineapples.
Okay.
There was a steel band.
Nice.
Just for the fun. My mother was in a coconut bra and a grass.
And is it scary now that it's all out in the world, or is it a kind of a relief to know that, everyone knows I'm in this good place?
It's a relief. It's really nice. And, because the journey of the book was becoming more freely me, which I think is, this is bringing the tone down a bit, but it's hopeful. The top regret of the dying is that the research is that I wish I'd been more myself and not what others have expected of me. And which just breaks my heart. And in a way, that's the story of my book was, right, I don't want that to happen to myself or anyone. I want to be wholly who I am. So I feel more at home and more joyful in my skin. And so to be able to go, this is wearing the ring. Because I didn't wear it for ages because we wanted to keep it secret. Yeah. So it's just really nice to go, this is part of who I am now.
Yeah. And
a young bride at 51.
And your husband, he's out there, he's known now. He's kind of, is he a there or no? Is he still walking under a blanket?
My husband, but I just can't, it's only July we got married and I can't, just love saying my husband. My husband is, no, he does not want to be, he's a very private person, but he's called Richard, and
he's out of Christmas.
Telephone number will no, he's lovely, we're best mates, we laugh all the time.
I'm so glad he's lovely, that's good.
He is lovely. He's
good
nice.
Choice, tough choice.
Nice.
Miranda's book is, I haven't been entirely honest with you, and it's a great read. It is out now. Anyway. It's time to meet my next guest. In a glittering career, this Hollywood great has starred in films like Sophie's Choice, The Big Chill, and Dave. And of course, he won an Oscar for his performance in the Brit comedy smash A Fish Called Wanda. Now he's starring in the psychological thriller series Disclaimer. Please welcome the great Kevin Kline. Nice to meet you. Such a thrill. Well, I was going to ask you who you know, but you know everyone now, so that's good.
Yeah, we're all...
We haven't
gone way back.
Oh, yes, we do, yes.
I do.
Yeah.
But you are here, perched on a couch, to tell us about the new thriller series, Disclaimer. It's going to be released on... Well, it is released on Apple TV Plus today. So tell us who you play, what's happening in the series.
That guy, right under the name Kevin Kline, as Stephen, that's who I play.
Okay.
And I'm married to the brilliant Leslie Manville, and my arch enemy is Kate Blanchett, whom I try to destroy because I'm angry and in grief for various reasons. Yeah, I'm just an English professor who's retired and angry and miserable.
And it's very twisty and turny, really watchable. We've got a clip. This is you, as Stephen, trying to leave. There's a book involved in the story.
Yeah, and I'm planting the book with the son of Kate Blanchett in the hopes that he will then move it on to her, and then she'll be... No, so he'll read it and be scandalized.
Okay, that's exactly what's going on in this scene.
Is that now after the S?
That is a K.
How'd you like to pay?
If I may, I'd love to put this on my credit card. Are you sure I shouldn't get the other cleaner?
I told you, I think you're buying an amazing cleaner.
It's just...
I'm sorry?
I'm not sure. How can I put this? It's a lot of money for someone on my pension. But I'm so sorry. I don't think I can go through with it. I'm sorry about my change of heart. You've been very helpful. Hope I haven't wasted your time. Thank you. I'd hoped he might at least have come close to persuading me to buy something I didn't need, but he was hopeless. A complete waste of space.
Very good.
Tony Smith McKee, brilliant actor, young man.
And famously, you're one of these actors now, you turn most things down. Don't they call you Kevin D. Klein? Isn't that a...
Well, that caught on some years ago. But I don't turn down most things because I'm not offered most things. But I don't do everything I'm offered. Sometimes I think, no, there's other actors who are more right for this than they think I'm right for it. And also, it means I have to go work.
And you've done so much theatre. Ncuti Gatwa making his National Theatre debut in November. Yeah, it is.
What?
Yeah. I don't know, do you have any advice for a young actor treading the boards?
When did you start rehearsal?
I started on Monday.
You started this past Monday?
This past Monday.
Oh, okay. Did you know all your lines?
Half of them.
I think we know what the advice is.
I actually went and did the first rehearsal with my lines. I was told by an elder, even more elder actor than myself years ago, said, well, you know, if you worked for the Lunts, who were famous Alfred London Infante, you had to be there with all of your lines the first day. If you worked for Noel Coward, you had to have your lines the first day. Because otherwise they'd say, well, how are we going to work? What's there to rehearse? But you take your time, Don.
Ncuti, I'm sorry I asked. I'm so sorry. Yeah, what does he know? I mean, and you've told sort of so many extraordinary things have happened to you on stage, and you've also done that very brave thing, outdoor theatre.
Oh, yes. Shakespeare in the Park. We call it, yeah, Joseph Papp's Theatre in Central Park, which is a brilliant, wonderful place to work. I mean, Shakespeare's plays were done outdoors, and so it felt quite comfortable. But there was this, there was this big rock that people could perch on, sort of from, and not have the greatest view, but they could still watch. And everything was, we were mic'd, and over the spot. PA's just, is that funny? Anyway, but the sound was quite full. And I was playing Richard III, and there's a scene where one, and of course one is in Central Park, and if you can achieve silence, you know, if you can find the stillness in a scene, if the audience is rapt and everything's gone quiet, it's pretty exciting. And I had this wonderful scene with all the men that anyway, I'm Richard III. And I say, if, talks out to me of ifs, thou art a traitor, off with his head. Now by St. Paul, I swear I will not dine until I see the same. Lovell and Ratcliffe, look that it be done. The rest that love me, rise and follow me. Let me go off stage and hear, fuck you.
Kevin, it's been too long. We waited so long for you to come on the show. Thank you very much.
It's
It's a
my
real
pleasure.
pleasure to meet you. Disclaimer is on Apple TV Plus right now. Kevin Kline, everybody. Thank you so much. Right, it is time for music. He's a 3-time Brit Award winner whose first album, Human, was the fast-selling male debut of the decade. The decade. Here performing Pocket, it is Rag and Bone Man.
I just feel so small, like everything is my fault. Like I used up my last call. I need somebody like you with the right tools that understands me like blues. I just want you and that's all. Got me feeling like ooh, baby, everything. We want the same thing. Pick up all my pieces and then after you remake me. Put me in your pocket and run. Nobody knows me better under the sun. Put me in your pocket and run. Nobody knows me better under the sun. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Even if you break me, you can use your hands to break me even more until I fit in your mold. Ooh, even if you break all the rules, I'd rather be with you in jail than freezing out here alone in the cold. Baby, every plaything, we want the same thing. Pick up on my pieces and then after you remake me. In your pocket around. Nobody knows me better. Nobody knows me better. In your pocket around. Nobody knows me better under the sun. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Put me back together, do it however, might even be better, might be forever. Put me back together, do it however, might even be better, might be forever. Put me in your pocket and run. Nobody knows me better under the sun. In your pocket and run. Nobody knows me better. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Beautiful job, sir. Here he comes. Look at how tall you are. You're so tall. Rory, Miranda, Selena, Zoe, Kevin. That is a Rory Dragon Man. Oh, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much.
Just gorgeous. So that is Pocket.
Yes.
And it is off the new album, What You Believe In. That's out, is it next Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is.
And the title of this album, it comes from a kind of a beautiful, sad place.
Yes, a little bit. I was trying to figure out talking to children about loss and how you sort of sugarcoat things and you say someone's gone to a better place. Even if you don't necessarily believe that, it was okay to say, you know. And I guess like what you believe in means, sorry, a little bit.
Are you okay? You don't. Oh, no, I'm good. So it's hard to talk about. No, honestly, you're fine. You're
No,
good.
no, it's fine. Basically, I was trying to tell my kids about the loss of my mum, and basically what I concluded was it doesn't really matter what we believe in, it's about our collective love for each other and, you know, how we get through that together as a family.
I didn't mean to upset you, Rory. Thank you for sharing that.
I don't want to bring it down.
No. And also, it is one of those things. Now you've called the album that, you are going to have to tell that story.
I know.
So I'm so sorry to
Absolutely.
to crack you. But talking of love, this will cheer us all up. Rory,
Yeah.
there are wedding bells in your future.
There certainly are.
They're getting loud, aren't they? Yeah. So the hen and stag has happened.
Yes.
Does it have a name when you do it together?
No, well, we were in the same place,
Oh, I see.
but we didn't do like the hen and stag together, but we were both in Ibiza at the same time.
Okay. Was that bad planning?
I'm still getting over it.
I thought you were very emotional. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you'll have a marvellous day. You can chat to Miranda about it. It's all fresh in her mind.
I recommend.
Yeah, I heard.
I recommend a Hawaiian theme.
Yeah.
Glass skirt.
All right.
Yeah, that's very freeing. Yeah, nice.
Walk up the aisle to Under the Sea.
And very quickly, before you get lost in your wedding planning, we must say that after the wedding, you're then heading off on tour.
I am.
Yes.
Straight away.
I love the minute
I
getting
know.
married, like, bye.
Sorry, guys. Come on. Yeah.
And you're all over the country. Well, listen, good luck with the tour. And
you so much.
have a lovely, lovely wedding. And
Thank
thank you for that gorgeous performance. Rag and Bone On, everybody! Excellent. You okay? You're good.
Sorry.
Okay, it is time for a quick visit to the big red chair. Who is there? Hello, hi.
Hi,
Hi, what's your name?
Farah.
Farah, lovely. And where are you from, Farah?
Kensington.
Kensington. Hello. And what do you do, Farah?
I used to do production actually, but I'm a mum recently.
Okay,
Just
lovely. Recent, like how recently?
Oh God, how? Oh. Forgot my baby.
I really hope social services aren't watching. Calling Farah. Farah, come in.
That's awful.
No, that is quite bad, Farah. I'll have a word. We'll cut this bit out.
Oh, 2 months.
You could remember 2 months.
Let's call it baby brain. Is this your first night out since baby?
Yeah, it is. Can you tell?
The excitement.
Yeah.
You're never going home. And is it a little boy or a little girl?
It's a girl. I remember that.
So look, will I be brave and ask for a name? I don't want to push you.
Aurora.
Aurora! Beautiful!
Mummy's on
lovely.
TV.
When Aurora's older, she'll watch this and go, dear God, you forgot me after 2 months. Sorry, off you go with your story.
Right, please no judgment. I was very young and I went to a house party and we were mixing our drinks. I went to the bathroom, I needed to go pretty urgently, sat down immediately as you do.
Yes.
And I realised there was no toilet paper. So I looked around, what could I use? There was a flannel, picked it up, used it, thought, oh, it's okay, I'll throw it out the window. There was no window. So I just folded it, put it back, and exited and left.
Isn't there a crucial question we're missing asking here?
Oh, was it? Oh.
I think yes.
No, we're all assuming.
I'm just said.
Selena looks confused.
As
Number 1 and number 2.
most of the time I am.
Number 1 and number 2 is what we're asking.
I wouldn't be here if it was number 1, let's say that.
Aurora is the one who's trying to forget her now. I don't recognize her. Okay, that really is all we've got time for. If you'd like to have a go to the red chair yourself and tell your story, you can contact us via our website. This today address. And please say thank you to all of my guests. Rag and Bone Man! Miranda Hart! Gatwa! Selena Gomez! Zoe Saldana! And Kevin Klein! Join Jackson, comedian Bill Bailey, actress and singer Vanessa Williams, Hollywood star Amy Adams, and the boss himself, Bruce Springsteen. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
The icon, the businesswoman and activist, family and friends tell the story of Elizabeth Taylor on BBC iPlayer. And what would Minnie Driver do differently if she was young again? Hear the new series now on Sense.